November 1987, a very special month and year in my life, and I will get to that after I talk about the books I read in that month and year. And we'll just jump right in. The first book I read in November 1987 was Grendel by John Gardner. I'm going to move this over here. This is basically a retelling of Beowulf from the monster's point of view. It's Grendel's story, and as one who tends to identify with monsters, I really enjoyed this. It's a really good book, still available in bookstores around the world. I see it at Barnes & Noble all the time. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. If you're familiar with Beowulf, even if you're not, you can just read Grendel and see what the monster thinks about the events of that classic hero's tale. Excuse me. And number 2 in November of 1987 was Resurrection Day, or Doc Savage Resurrection Day by Kenneth Robeson. Again, typical Doc Savage adventure. There's some sort of announcement that one person from history will be resurrected, and people are trying to decide who should it be. Should it be Lincoln? Should it be, I don't know, Aristotle? Just somebody. But of course, there's bad guys that want to use this sort of thing for their own devices, and Doc Savage has to stop them. And significantly, maybe, I don't know, Resurrection Day, Doc Savage, was the 200th book on this list. So there you go. I don't know if anyone cares. Book number 3, The Dagger in the Sky. Or, see, I didn't write down Doc Savage first, but it's Doc Savage, The Dagger in the Sky, Kenneth Robeson. This one, I think it's a South American, sounds like it's maybe a Mayan or an Aztec. Giant dagger appears in the sky, and then disaster happens, and Doc Savage has to solve the mystery. Again, pulp, Doc Savage adventure. Love that stuff. All right. The next book is one that I borrowed a copy from my mother, because she has these, and I don't have them anymore. But it is The Cat Who Saw Red by Lillian Jackson Braun, I suppose is how you say that. This is part of her The Cat Who series, which you've got Jim Quillerin, who's a reporter, and his 2 cats, Siamese cats, Coco and Yum Yum. And the cats help him solve mysteries. And in this one, there's a place called the Mouse House, Maush Haus. And there was a mysterious suicide there. Jim Quillerin goes there for some assignment that he has, and mysterious things are happening, and he and the cats have to solve it. I suppose this probably falls into the cozy mystery category, not sure. But they're fun. I liked them, lighthearted. I've read a ton of them. I'm sure we'll come across some more, and I'll borrow the books from my mother so I can show you. But it's a fun, little, simple mystery. The Cat Who Saw Red. It's not bad. Next up, Bio of a Space Tyrant, Volume 4, Executive by Piers Anthony. This is the penultimate chapter, I believe. And our hero is a dictator at this point of the United States of Jupiter, United Planets of Jupiter, whatever it is. And in this book, he takes on a secret identity and starts a rebellion against himself. I guess I had to look this up. It's been so long. I only remember one thing about this entire series, and that's at the end of the last book, which obviously will come up at some point. Let me turn the page. Speaking of penultimate, the penultimate book on this list is Catch a Falling Clown by Stuart Kaminsky. I'm going to pull out my little notebook here. This is a Toby Peters private investigator mystery. Toby Peters, PI in Hollywood back in the day. So there's some murders and crimes and things going on at a small circus. Famous clown Emmett Kelly is involved. So Toby Peters comes in to solve this mystery. Alfred Hitchcock is a suspect. And this isn't a cozy mystery, but it's a mystery. These weren't bad. I think there was another one earlier in the list way back months ago, probably. But yeah, they're not bad. They're fine little mysteries. And finally, another one I actually have. This is my copy. Okay, The Avenger, The Glass Mountain by Kenneth Robeson. So this is ostensibly from the creator of Doc Savage. I'm not sure exactly how it worked with the pulps back then, and different authors writing under the same name, and so I can't say for sure how this was. Who actually created this character. For anyone who doesn't know, the Avenger I think he was just a normal guy. He and his wife and kid were on an airplane that turned out to be filled with mafia, crime syndicate people, and he fell asleep on the plane. When he woke up, his family was gone, and nobody would tell him what happened to them, and he was so shocked that his hair turned white, his skin turned white, and his face froze. The nerves died, something. I don't know. But he gained the ability to mold his face so he could kind of disguise himself, look like other people, by just pushing his face into different configurations, and it would stay. It was like his face was kind of a clay. But anyway, so he became the Avenger and got into pulp adventures. And this is, I didn't take notes. I read about this before I started recording, and now I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's typical. It's a Doc Savage kind of thing. The Shadow. It's a pulp adventure. I like these. I have a bunch of these Avenger books. They're fun. He doesn't have the same support group that Doc Savage has. I think he works alone. He might have a few people that he can call on, but it was a pretty interesting concept, being able to disguise himself. But yeah. So The Avenger, The Glass Mountain, that's the last book I read in November of 1987. Now, as to the significance of this month and year, and first of all, the dates of November 1987 are exactly the same, fall on the same days as the dates of this year, November 2020, coincidentally. So in 1987, in November, I turned 21. So the last weekend, let me just take a look. I'm glancing at my calendar. The last weekend of November 1987, I was still stationed in California in the Air Force. I had come home on leave. So on Thursday, November 26th, I had big Thanksgiving dinner with the family. On Friday, November 27th, I turned 21 and went out with my friends and partied. On Saturday, November 28th, which is the day I'm recording this, only many years later, on Saturday, November 28th, I went and saw Jethro Tull live in concert. On Sunday, November 29th, I went and saw Aerosmith live in concert. And then on Monday, the 30th, the 30th, I flew back to California. So that was a hell of a weekend. Thanksgiving, then birthday, then concert, then flying home. It was a good time. It was fun. Both the Jethro Tull concert was fantastic. The Aerosmith concert was pretty good. And going out with my friends and doing a little. I've never been a heavy drinker. I don't drink at all now. But, I did a little drinking that night. Not too much. Anyway, so that was November 1987. A good month. A good year. All right. That's all I got. Read, how many books is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's pretty good, considering I only read one the month before. All right, that's it. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put them in the comments below. We can talk about spoilers. I don't know what spoilers we'll talk about, but we can talk spoilers. Just be polite, post a spoiler warning. All right. I'm going to add this. You know what? Where's my phone? All right, I'm reaching over here for my phone. I'm going to add social media stuff. So I got to look because I don't know what my social medias are. Okay, so my Twitter is at Ronin5757. That's Ronin. At Ronin5757. That's my Twitter, if anybody cares. And my Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comics, games that I get. Looks like that is Eric Smith 5757. Yeah. ERIKSMITH 5757. That is my Instagram. So there you go. Some social media stuff if you care to check it out. That might have been kind of loud. I just tossed that over there. All right. That's all I've got. So that's it. Until next time, read more books.